In this lecture, I'm going to talk about the basics for GUI programming. In the previous lecture, we covered 4 different sample GUI programs. Those programs give you a sense of how to do GUI programming, but actually they are not in details. So starting from this lecture, we start to go over the GUI components, containers, listeners, and layout managers from different aspects to look at what GUI programming is. So starting from here, we will look at the basic components and containers, and then we will look at the listeners. For the first thing, let's look at this GUI example. We have a button here. We have a text field input here. We have a checkbox here. We have radio button over here. And then we have a combo box over here. So to create such a button, we can use new JButton. JButton is a swing object. And then we create this object pointer over here with the label OK. Similarly for this label, and then text field for input, and then the checkbox, radio button, and then the combo box. These are the components that are being placed in the content pane. And then the alt frame is the main window, and with frame icon over here. So this is the button. And this is the label. And this is the text field. And checkbox. And then radio button. And then combo box. Swing versus AWT. So why do the GUI component classes have a prefix J? Instead of JButton, why not name it simply button? In fact, there is a class already named button in the Java AWT package. When Java was introduced, the GUI classes were bundled in a library known as the Abstract Windows Toolkit (AWT). For every platform on which Java runs, the AWT components are automatically mapped to the platform-specific components through their respective agents, known as peers. AWT is fine for developing simple graphical user interfaces, but not for developing comprehensive GUI projects. Besides, AWT is prone to platform-specific bugs, because its peer-based approach relies heavily on the underlying platform. With the release of Java 2, the AWT user interface components were replaced by a more robust, versatile, and flexible library known as Swing components. So in this course, we mainly focus on the Swing component, but from time to time, we will also use the AWT package. Swing versus AWT. Swing components are painted directly on canvases using Java code, except for components that are subclasses of Java AWT.window or Java AWT.panel, which must be drawn using native GUI on a specific platform. Swing components are less dependent on the target platform and use less of the native GUI resources. For this reason, Swing components that don't rely on native GUI are referred to as lightweight components, and AWT components are referred to as heavyweight components. Here is the GUI class hierarchy for Swing. We have the components over here, and then we have the Swing components over here. We have the AWT package as the core over here. So Java applet, JApplet, JFrame, JDialog, or JComponent will be inheriting the applet, frame, dialog, or container. So Swing package actually is an extension of the AWT package. And here are the main windows. and the components in the AWT and helper classes. So container classes are the yellow parts. Helper class are these different functional classes over here in yellow. GUI components are inheriting component class, and it has the buttons, text components for text field, password field, text area, and editor pane, and also various of the buttons over here. So these are the components for Swing package. AWT has this class hierarchy. You have the helper classes, you have the component, you have the layout manager, and from components, you have different containers, button label, text component, list choice, checkbox group, canvas, menu components, and scroll bar. And for Java Swing, when you need to put the X over here, so it's Java X.Swing. But for AWT, it's Java.AWT, so X is like an extension. So basically the purple one are in the Swing package with the leading J letter and in purple color. And it can work with the AWT very nicely. So that's Swing. Thank you. Bye.